I have a story to tell you about the best accounting software for nonprofits. So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. Number 10, we have Sage Intacct. Our score, 8 over 10. So when you think about Sage Intacct, I want you to think about a tool that's great for managing large global nonprofit financials, okay? Sage Intacct does not offer its prices publicly, so this is a bummer, but hey, listen, it does offer a 30-day free trial, so you can actually check it out and see if you like it. And its accounting features and functionality are really comprehensive. You have things like accounts payable and receivable. You have cash flow management, collaboration tools, contract and subscription billing. You have payroll management, project costing and billing, project accounting, financial reporting, and a lot of things. So when you think about Sage Intacct, think about a very comprehensive sort of accounting tool for your nonprofit. And so in our view, Sage Intacct is great for global nonprofits that must work across currencies and tax codes to manage their financials. And here are the pros and cons. Pros, you have 30-day free trial. You have a full-featured accounting software. You have a multiple entity consolidation and multi-currency functionality. What about the cons? It's very pricey. It's not suitable for small nonprofits, and you have a steep learning curve. So here is the pricing for Sage Intacct as of the date of this show. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here into this convo. And we're quickly talking about the best accounting software for nonprofits. Number 9, we have NetSuite, our score. 8.3 over 10. So NetSuite is kind of cool. It's another great ERP that we love a lot. And you need to have like a large nonprofit. If let's say you are trying to manage multiple capabilities through for your nonprofit, you will love NetSuite. So here are the pros and cons. Pros, you have full featured accounting and reporting plans for nonprofits. You have global tax management for 110 countries for nonprofits. You have a tailored suite of cloud-based modules for nonprofit operations management. And you have a highly customizable interface. What about the cons? Well, there is no upfront pricing. You have a very complex solution, and you do have a one-time implementation fee. So in terms of pricing, you have to contact sales. Okay, there's no transparency around pricing. Number 8, we have here Quicken. Our score, 8.5 over 10. So this is great for volunteer-run nonprofits. So if you want to save money and you are like the nonprofit is run by volunteers, you want to go with Quicken. And we love the fact that Quicken actually has a lot of plans that range from $4.99 to $9.99. So this is kind of decent. And for nonprofits, in our view, Quicken's most relevant plan is the $5.99 Quicken Home and Business Plan. And it's normally $9.99, and the plan offers you the ability to create multiple budgets for different projects, track projected cash flow, pay bills, generate check payments, capture receipts, track taxable expenses, and generate business and tax reports. This is kind of cool. Here are the pros and cons of this tool. The pros, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. You have a very affordable tool. You have tax reports, you have projected cash flow reports, and you have expense and fund specific management tools. So this is kind of cool. What about the cons here? There are no free plans whatsoever, and you have limited features compared to competitors. So this is something that you really need to think about. You must install Quicken on a computer, then use a companion web service, and Quicken Home and Business Plan is only available for Windows computers. And here is a pricing for Quicken as of the date of this show. Number 7, we have Wave Accounting. Our score, 8.7 over 10. So in our view, if you are looking for, let's say if you are a nonprofit and you are looking for a free basic accounting tools, you will love Wave because this is totally free. And you have Form 990 filing guidance tools through a third-party app. Okay, you also have restricted fund management tools through a third-party app. And so what we love about Wave Accounting is that it's totally free. You have a free forever plan. This is really good. You have a free customizable invoicing procedure. You have free payment acceptance and reminders, and you have free income and expense tracking. So this is really good. If you are a nonprofit, let's say you are a small nonprofit and you are short on resources and you really want to take care of your accounting, Wave Accounting is a great tool where you can start. And here is a pricing for wave accounting, the first screenshot and the second screenshot. Number 6, we have Realm. Our score, 8.8 over 10. So what we love about Realm is that it's very specific to churches. So if you are, let's say if you are a congregation and you are just, you are looking for accounting software, you might want to think about Realm because you do have restricted fund management tools that are embedded into Realm. We love that a lot, even though the software does not provide Form 990 filing guidance. And so overall, what we love about Realm is that they do have 3 plans that are very transparent. Okay, they don't list their plans, they don't list their prices. They just list the plans. But what we love is that it's really clear what you get through each plan. So at least before you call, you know, at least you have an idea, right? You have an idea of what things will cost you. So here are the pros and cons. Pros: you have superior 24/7 customer support in a variety of formats. You can actually have access to donor profiles. You have pledge and donation management tools. They're really embedded into this software, and it's very easy to use. What about the cons here? You have fewer features than some competitors, and this is a bummer though. It's not appropriate for all nonprofits, and the price is not available publicly. So yeah, so here's a pricing for Realm. Again, there's no pricing, but you just have to contact the sales. Number 5, we have Intuit QuickBooks. Our score, 9 over 10. So this tool, Intuit QuickBooks, is great for nonprofit cash flow management. So if you really pay attention to cash flow management, you will love this Intuit QuickBooks account. I'm not even talking about the fact that this QuickBooks thing is the best known name in accounting software overall. But yeah, listen, if you want this sort of reputation, you want this sort of a solidity in terms of analysis, you might want to go with Intuit QuickBooks. And so here are the pros and cons of this software tool. Pros: you have a discounted nonprofit version. You have a 30-day free trial. You have cash flow forecasting. You have a CRM to manage donor retention. And you have nonprofit specific tools. What about the cons? You must pay extra for payroll services. And you have limited users in each plan. There's no workflow automation in lower tiered plans. And the nonprofit useful features are primarily in most expensive plans. And so here is a pricing for Intuit QuickBooks as of the date of this show. Number 4, we have Zoho Books. Our score, 9.1 over 10. So Zoho Books is great for automation. So if you're looking for, let's say, you're looking for accounting software for nonprofits, they really place a big deal, a big emphasis on automation. You want to go automatically for Zoho Books, and you do have guidance for you do have tools for restricted fund management. This is kind of cool. And what we love about Zoho Books is that you are able to manage invoices, receive online and offline payments. You can track expenses and mileage. You can import bank and credit card statements. You can generate accounting reports. You have a chart of accounts, and you can manage also 1099 contractors for your nonprofits. Okay, this is really cool. And here are the pros and cons. Pros: you have 15% discount for registered nonprofits. It's extremely easy to use. You have a free plan available. You have workflow automation tools, and you have donation and restricted fund management tools. What about the cons here? You have $2.50 per month fee to add a new user. There are no automation rules in free and first tier plans, no chat or phone support in free plan, and no 990 filing tools. Here is a pricing for Zoho Books as of the date of this show. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about the best accounting software for nonprofits, okay? And number 3 here, you have Xero.com, or Xero, just Xero for short. I was scoring 9.3 over 10. So when you think about Xero, I want you to think about a tool that is great for in-depth and customizable reporting for your nonprofits. So Xero equates to granularity in analysis, okay? And what the cool thing is that Xero helps you do a lot of things when it comes to accounting. You're talking about real-time reporting, report customization via a drag and drop interface. You have data inputting in terms of if-then statements. If you want to really push the hypothetical analysis real far, you can share reports, you can set specific key performance indicators, and you can track categories or business areas. So this is kind of cool. And by tracking categories, you know if funds are being allocated to the right projects based on donor intent. Okay, so here are the pros and cons. Pros: you have 30-day free trial, unlimited users and clients, advanced reporting, file storage and sharing, invoices, professional quote creation tools, sales tax calculations, and 24/7 online and live chat support. What about the cons? You have extra $40 fee for payroll tools, limited bill tracking in first tier plan, no analytics in lower tier plans, no nonprofit specific features, no 990 filing guidance, and you have limited quotes and invoices in the first tier plan. So this is kind of important to really think about. Here is a pricing as of the date of this show. Number 2, we have here FreshBooks. Our score, 9.6 over 10. So if you were thinking about the best accounting software for nonprofits, FreshBooks is a great, I would say, all-around general accounting software tool that your nonprofit might want to consider. And you have guidance and tools around restricted fund management. That's what we love a lot. Even though there's no 990 filing guidance, we also, we love FreshBooks anyway. So FreshBooks overall, you are able to track expenses and restricted funding. Okay, so you are able to know how long it takes, let's say, an employee to complete a project task. And once you know the employee times, like the time the employee spends on a project, you can allocate project funds to those employees. And you can also connect a bank account, and FreshBooks will generate spending reports. Here are the pros and cons of this tool. Pros: you have a 30-day free trial, you have affordable pricing, restricted funds management tools, and you have extensive expense tracking tools. What about the cons here? Well, you don't have a nonprofit specific hardware tool here, extra costs for you to add new team member, and it's not really suitable for large nonprofits. Here is the pricing for FreshBooks as of the date of this show. Number 1, when it comes to the best accounting software for nonprofits, we have Aplos. Our score, 9.8 over 10. So when you think about Aplos, I want you to think about a tool that's great overall in our view for donor management. Okay, you do have Form 990 filing guidance tools. Yes, you have guidance for restricted fund management tools. Yes, so you have all the important elements that a nonprofit cares about. Okay, so Aplos offers a fund accounting, donation tracking, offline gift forms, financial and giving reports, and even an event registration in its core plan. And so this is kind of cool. You also have budgeting, accounts payable, accounts receivable, recurring transactions, and pledge tracking. So here are the pros and cons when it comes to Aplos. Pros: you have CRM software, you have donation tracking and giving statements, you have fundraising tools, you have secure donor portal, you have donor management tools. What about the cons here? There is no project or campaign specific budgeting and reporting in lower tiered plan, no income and expense allocation in lower tiered plan, and you do have pricing plans in general. In terms of pricing, as you can see on the screen, you have to request a demo to actually kick off the whole process. Okay, so Aplos really stands out for its customer relationship management CRM component. And with this software, you can create donor profiles, communicate with donors, and keep a record of the relationship, and personalize your engagement and retention strategies with targeted outreach tools. And donor management tools help you actually reach the kind of audience you want to really reach. You can also use the tool to track donations and fundraise, for example. Here are the pros and cons I want you to pay attention to. The pros: so you have CRM software, you have donation tracking and giving statements, you have fundraising tools, you have secure donor portal, and you have donor management tools. So again, the bottom line here is that your donors are really the kings and queens of your nonprofit, and Aplos gives you the tool to actually talk to them in a better way. And here is a pricing for Aplos as of the date of this show. And obviously you have to contact sales and have to have an idea. So when you talk about the best accounting software for nonprofits in general, you want to pay attention to a few things, okay? Because it's not just a one-size-fits-all sort of strategy. You got to be careful about what you wish for and what you're asking. So it's really important to choose the right tool for your nonprofits. And when we talk about the overview, you have to use the right methodology. So think about things like cost and fees. What about ease of use? What about customer support? What about features and functionalities? Okay, so those are important elements. So when we talk about features and functionality, please make sure you don't choose something that's very complicated, because otherwise, if your team cannot use the tool, then it becomes problematic. So you want to pay attention to this and make sure that you're looking at all the depth and breadth of knowledge embedded in the accounting software. And when we talk about nonprofits in general, people always ask the question whether or not QuickBooks is great for nonprofits. Yes, I mean, QuickBooks is great for a lot of things. They do a lot of things. So it's not just for nonprofits, but it's just so that it's really important for you to have a clear idea what you really want, right? Because otherwise, you're not going to be able to advance your accounting, your nonprofit accounting processes and work streams. And you also want to pay attention to the people who are going to use your accounting software. So make sure that those people are also compatible with, quote unquote, compatible with your accounting software, and they are willing to do the job. Okay. And so nonprofits prepare financial statements in pretty much the same way as financial reporting. Well, I mean, it's for financial companies. Okay. I mean, there are differences, but they're not really that major. And it's really important to understand that you really want to, if you are going to use accounting software for your nonprofits, it's important to understand it is a very safe thing to do. Okay, nothing is complicated here. And if you want to choose accounting software for your nonprofit, just consider the price, the features, and the functionalities, like, the ability to scale, because your accounting software for nonprofits may be small now for your small business, your small nonprofits, but who knows? 3 months from now, 6 months from now, your nonprofit may have grown, or 1 year from now, for that matter. So your nonprofit may have grown, so its accounting needs will be different from here. So it's always important to think about scalability when thinking about choosing an accounting software for your nonprofits. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Today's conversation, I was just quickly talking to you about the best accounting software for nonprofits. And before I show you the top 10, I want to do a recap here. Please check out on the screen right now our accounting software evaluation approach for the best accounting software for nonprofits. All right, quick recap here. Atlas, number 1, 9.8 over 10. Number 2, FreshBooks, 9.6 over 10. Number 3, we have Xero, 9.3 over 10. Number 4, we have Zoho Books. Our score 9.1 over 10. Number 5, we have Intuit QuickBooks. Our score 9 over 10. Number 6 rather, we have Realm, 8.8 over 10. And number 7, we have here Wave Accounting. Our score 8.7 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.